One of the things I like about ScreenPal and can't quite figure and harmonize is that it allows me to scroll through the screen because this is what I'd like to do when I'm making a weekly orientation video. And another thing, just about the class in general, there's been a tremendous breadth of information, and I only incorporate a sliver of it, though I have learned quite a few things. And also, so many things would take more time than I have right now. I'm going to be hiking around Hong Kong in about an hour, actually Shenzhen out to the top of a mountain. And, I'm kind of 1 foot into vacation here. So that's me, my schedule, my bad. But anyway, what I want to do is just kind of show you how I like to get started. So this will be the first week. And, questions about the class, I'll be there for a Zoom meeting. This is something I'd like to add with the syllabus, not the whole boilerplate six-pager, but just do basically a two-pronged presentation on the syllabus. One of them would be things you need to know that are unique to this class, and then things that really aren't that unique, but kind of boilerplate things that come along with the syllabus. So I'll have kind of a short 3 pages on the syllabus, basically the grading and the revision policy and the late policy, make that 4. And also the kind of AI/plagiarism policy. I have yet to distinguish those two. So anyway, that will be kind of an inside the first module. I haven't built it out yet, but I will combine the key and distinct areas of the syllabus for this class and have a short quiz on them, just so students go into that knowing exactly what they need to know without having to comb through the entire syllabus, which in my experience has always been one of the duller things in life. Now, and then there's a link too for people who want the myriad of ways Ohlone supports them. And I could itemize it, like open up that screen here, which is not that difficult. And if it's going to work quickly, the Wi-Fi here is a little bit questionable. Yeah. And then just kind of do a quick glissade, if you will, through the essential things. So they know that. And then I offer the option of just diving in. And briefly, these are the have to do things. I would have to add the syllabus quiz, but basically the introduction, get started early on the critical reading, which in this case is watching a movie and answering 20 or so questions based on short 5 and 6 minute segments, questions with quotes, all of this building a conceptual framework for the first essay. And then finally, they're asked to do basically a personal insight question or an Ohlone scholarship letter, and that will be due actually Monday of week 2. And then I line out the amount of time, and then we talk about what week 2 will be like. So then you link to module 1, and this I can go by fairly quickly just to let them know that this is a discussion. I can open it up, show them, hey, there's a good example here. This is the movie quiz. It'll take 2 or 3 hours to explain. So I'd open up the worksheet activity and explain how to do that, how the quiz works. And then writing their own PIQ, I need to add a video for that. I've only done this in face-to-face classes, but I think it's a good way to start with an online class. And that would be it. So I just kind of walk through the different assignments, targeting the things they need to know to get going, and leave it at that. And then, end with a nice welcome message. And by the way, this is how you get a hold of me. So that's pretty much it. It's not that elaborate. I hope this gives you an idea. And I hope, too, that I can figure out how to shut this thing off. I'm I'm having I think it's probably buried under one of the screens or something. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Pardon me for being blind. Anyway, there you go.